Now that the Invincible War has been animated and we have 2 new variants of Mark exclusive to this show, I thought it'd be fun to go over every variant's performance and grade them on how they did, and if they truly are. And trust me, most of them are not. Here's our first easy F because we literally don't see him do anything. He shows up and then dies on the final day of the war. We don't even get to see who he fights. All that season 2 hype for nothing. So that's an easy F. On to the next one. This one, at least we see who killed him, but getting beat by just Reanimant is pretty pathetic. Though I do think the sound is what made it easy for them to kill him. Still, he did manage to take out most of the Pentagon, and considering what we saw Mark go through earlier, that's still pretty good. So let's say D, since it's an ass death, but at least we know he had one of his main weaknesses being used against him and got jumped. Again, he got his ass kicked off screen by a toddler and 2 no-names. But at least he got some screen time of killing 2 heroes with relative ease, and it looks like he put in some work before his death. So let's say D because unlike some of the others, we only got to see the aftermath of him getting jumped. We don't give Bulletproof enough credit for how well he wears that shitty suit. But this one was another one who got his ass kicked entirely off screen, and we just get to see his death by some Reanimant with no sound being used against him, because that's an easy F, since he literally got beat by things other Marks farm through. At least with this guy, we got to see him do something. He slapped Oliver around for a while before 2 heroes who helped Oliver kill Invincible later on joined in. So he's not fully ass, he's just kind of ass. So another E for him because it's still Oliver, like, come on, man. He got killed by Powerplex. That's it. Literally nothing else. Got hit by some bad off-screen hockey, not gonna lie. Still, Tech Jacket is a lot stronger than people give him credit for, mainly because of stuff we're gonna see later on in some later seasons, but you'll wait to have to see that, no spoilers. So that's a C, because dying to a relevant hero is better than. He really didn't do all that much. He threatened Wolfman and then dipped. He didn't even kill him, just left. He did live though, so that's something, but really just gonna be another E, honestly. He just didn't do much.
I came here to find Mom and bring her back with me.
Oh, someone misses their mommy.
Probably my favorite design out of all the variants. Now, he survived the war, but did fuck all. Only reason he's memorable is because Mohawk made fun of him for missing his mom. So, E, because he did absolutely nothing the entire war, and we only got to see him talk at the end. Last one that we didn't see much of. He fucked up a random city, so bonus points there, and he fought this dude off screen. He also managed to survive the war, so D for destruction and not much else. And now we can finally get into Marks, who really put up a fight. Only was he by far one of the less sane ones, but he also had some of the most on-screen kills. He took out 3 separate heroes and survived the war, giving himself one of the best performances since he actually finished off his kills, unlike other people, each in their own humiliating way. So I'd say he's a solid 5. Now he beat most of the new teen team by himself, and Bulletproof is no pushover. Monster Girl's alright, not to mention destroying a ton of Rudy's robots. Though he was killed by Rexplode at the end, at the cost of his own life. So overall, he beat the entire superhero team by himself, so that's a good A, only losing points for dying. Team Wiper, he took out all the remaining members of the Guardians of Globe, even giving Darkwing a flashback to what his mentor went through, ripping Shapesmith in half and killing the Immortal. Again, not to mention dealing with Black Samson and Duplicate. Now he did lose, but he basically made Darkwing pull a suicide to take him out. Still bringing him 5v1 to a stalemate is very impressive, so I'd give him a good. Now before I rate his performance, Omnimark's an asshole for ditching him when Cecil came in. Like, come on, you fought a 2v2 with the guy, you owe him that much. Now for his performance, he got jumped a total of 3 times. First by a group of heroes, then by Adam Evenmark, and finally by the Reanimant. He did end up dying sadly though, but he still put up a performance for the records, facing off against the most opponents out of any of the variants. So that's an S for him. This guy cannot finish a fight for his life if he isn't fighting civilians. Like, he fought 2 different heroes and seemingly didn't kill either of them. Maybe Omni isn't so bad, he only ran away once. But he lived through both of those fights, so that's a B for real. I'm basic. he's my favorite. He fought Mark in a 1v1, fought a small team of heroes, and Powerplex. Did he get his ass beat every time? Yes. Did he look cool doing it? Yes. So I do believe that's a good A, only losing points due to losing every single fight he's in. And that was all the variants. Most of them were frauds, but it seemed like a few of them really were. Hello, I really hope everyone enjoyed the video. About time I talked about something non-shonen, and Invincible is one of my favorite comic book series I've ever read. If you like the video, please subscribe and check out my other stuff if you have time. Comment who your favorite Invincible variant was. I'll see you all next time.